since we're talking about Australia, I thought I would show you guys some of the things that I have acquired from traveling over to Australia. So back a long time ago, Miss Patton went to Australia, and I went to Sydney, which is the main city, it's the capital city of Australia, and Cairns, which is where the Great Barrier Reef is. So I actually got to swim down and see all the creatures. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, I got to see all of them up close and personal, and it was really cool. But when we first got to Sydney, we got to go to a wildlife rescue center where if they find animals that have been hurt or injured or maybe abandoned by their mom, they take them in and rehabilitate them and sometimes let them back off into the wild if they're able to, but sometimes they have to stay in the wildlife center. So first we got to meet a koala, so that's me meeting the koala bear. The koala bear sleeps for most of the day, which sometimes I wish I could do. We then got to meet some kangaroos and some dingoes. We're going to learn more about animals of Australia later next week. After that, we kind of toured Australia. So this is the Opera House that we talked about in the book, and this is the bridge that sits by the Opera House. I actually got to go to a opera in the Opera House, and I got to climb the bridge, but I don't have those pictures here. Those are at my mom and dad's house. The next couple days, we went to what's called the Blue Mountains. This is a mountain ridge right outside of Sydney. And a lot of Aborigine people live here. And Aborigines are the first people that were ever in Australia. So once we got up to got up into the Blue Mountain, it's so high up that you can touch the clouds, and that's really cool. And we got to meet some Aborigines, and I actually have a boomerang that an Aborigine carved for me. It is at school though, so when we get to go back to school, I'll let you guys see that. And we will get to go outside and throw it. And then they also have a famous rock formation, and then they call it the Three Sisters. Aborigines paint a lot of paintings, and they like to decorate a lot of things using dots, and it's called dot art. So for example, they like to make masks, and they use dots in their masks. And they also like to put a lot of nature and animals. So you can see this lizard up at the top. Here is a dot painting. This is the sun. So this is them using nature. And they also play instruments called didgeridoos. So here is a didgeridoo. And this one has like a crocodile on it. This is a little form of a didgeridoo. Usually they're bigger. Usually they look like this. See how long the didgeridoos usually are? And I will try to play mine, but it does not sound like it's supposed to because I don't know how to play a didgeridoo. So I'm going to attach in this email somebody who really knows how to play a didgeridoo. So this is what mine sounds like. The video I will attach will make it sound a lot better. Miss you guys.